Hi, this is a tutorial on creating a lightsaber effect on your photos using the program Gimp. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open a photo that I'm going to put the lightsaber effect in. Now I've chosen a photo that has my son holding a sword, and you'll find that makes it a bit easier if you have someone holding something. It's a little too close. If you have someone holding something that you can use as a background or a template to make your sword. So in any case, I've zoomed in a little bit because I'm not making changes to any other part of the photo other than this part. So once I've got my photo opened, I'm going to go to the right where it says layers, and I'm going to go down here where there's an option that says create a new layer. When I click that, a window will open up, and I'm going to name this layer New Layer. Now you're also going to notice there's layer fill types. You're going to want to choose foreground color. Choose foreground color and then click OK. The little screen here will turn black, and then you're going to go up here to the right and you're going to choose for the mode screen. Okay, so now we're going to start creating this lightsaber. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the left. We're going to choose a path. We're going to use this path tool. I'm going to click the path tool, and I'm going to go and choose the area where this glowing object will be. So I'm going to start here on the bottom left. This will be the first point of where this glowing area starts. So I'm going to click with my left click or mouse button. It's going to create a little square or circle there, and then I'm going to go to the right a little bit, create the other boundary. Now I'm going to go all the way up to the top, and you'll see a line just went up to the anchor, these things are called, that I'm creating. And I'm going to click again to the left, and I'm going to enclose everything by clicking on my last anchor. But when I do this, I'm going to hold down the control button on my keyboard. So I've done that. Now I've surrounded this sword. This is going to be the area where my glowing lightsaber will be. And before we do anything else, we want to hit enter on the keyboard. So go ahead and click enter on the keyboard, and you'll notice we've selected an area. These little dotted lines are kind of going around this area that we've selected. To color this in, we're going to go to the left where you see your paintbrush tool. I'm going to click paintbrush tool, and I'm going to go to where the colors are, and I'm going to click this black box. If yours is black there, you're going to want to change it to white. I change it to white, click OK. You'll see there's two white boxes there. And now I'm going to start coloring this in. Now you'll notice, at least on mine, the tool came up pretty small, and it's going to take me a little bit longer to fill this all in correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to change the size of my brush, and I'll change it to about 60 or so. And I just did that by clicking with the left button and scrolling it over, making the size a little bit bigger. And you're going to see the tool's a bit bigger, makes it a little easier on me. I'm not doing it so little by little. I've got a little bit bigger of a tool to work with. Okay, so once I've gotten this all filled in, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to the top. This is a bit important, so let's not skip any of these steps. We're going to go to select none. Okay, I've selected none. Now I'm going to come over here to the right, and I'm going to duplicate this layer. There's a little button here that allow you to do that, and you're going to click that twice. So I have new layer here. I'm going to click this twice, once, twice, and I've got new layer copy number 1. So I should have 2 copies of this black layer that I made. Now that we've done that, we want to click back to the original new layer, and we're going to use a tool to blur this. We're going to click this layer, we're going to go to the top here to filter, and we're going to use blur, and we're going to use Gaussian blur. It's going to bring up a window here, and you won't see the sword possibly, like I don't, unless I move the preview window over where it'll come up. It's showing the entire layer, so I have to move this around so I can actually see where I've made this white sword. Now it's already set on 5. That's good enough for this first layer. If yours doesn't say 5, just put it to 5 here by using these up and down arrows. Keep this linked together so that they both say the same number. And once you have it set on 5, click OK. And it's going to add this to the photo. Once this scrolls all the way over, you'll see it blurs just a little bit. So we're going to go to the next layer. We're going to click that and do the exact same thing, except we're going to choose another amount. We're going to go back to Gaussian blur, and instead of 5, we're going to go to 20. So bring it up to 20. You'll see a preview of that there. I'll click OK. And when that applies it to the photo, you'll see it blur even more. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a glowing going there. Now I'm going to go to the last layer, and I'm going to go back to filter, back to blur, back to Gaussian blur, and I'm going to go up to 40 this time. Once I've chosen 40, I'm going to go to OK, apply that to my photo, and now we have a glowing white lightsaber. Now is part where we can choose what color we want this thing to be. But before we do that, there's another thing I almost forgot. We're going to want to merge these down. So we're going to go to this layer, we're going to right click it. This is the last copy we made. We're going to right click it and we're going to click merge down. And you'll see we have one less. We're going to go to up here up top where it says mode. We're going to click screen again, and we're going to right click it, the next one, and we're going to merge down again. It's going to turn black again. We're going to go up top here, choose screen, and once we've merged those other two down, we're going to leave this the way. Now that we've merged these down, we can go ahead and color our lightsaber. Now there are two ways you can do this. Make sure that you have that new layer chosen, and you can go to colors and you can go to color balance. If you go to color balance and you move these around, you'll notice the outside of that lightsaber changes color. Now this is fine. You can leave it that way or use this. You play with this until you get the color you want, and it'll be fine. There's another way to do this. If you go to, I'm going to undo what we just did, and we're going to go to colors and we're going to go to colorize. And this gives us a little bit more of an option here. Why? Because I have this lightness option here. If you notice, if I change the color on this, I can change the outside of the color by moving the hue around. Now that's fine, that's like what we were doing before. But what if I want the inside to be so white? Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this lightness to kind of go down a little bit, and that fills it in with some color. So that we have actually a little color in there. If you go up, you're going to be changing the entire photo. So I wouldn't go above 0. I'm going to go 0 or less than 0 to change that color that's within that lightsaber. So let's go with a little more reddish, and there you go. Once you're happy with your lightsaber, you might want to save a copy. That way you're not altering your original photo, and you can do it all over again with another color lightsaber, or add some more elements to the photo. In any case, that was the video. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them best I can. Thank you very much, and we'll we'll see you on the next video.